It's OKN Senior. That is coming up next as the drivers make their way out onto the circuit. 17 laps this final 20.5 kilometer race distance. And a reminder of the results of this race over the course of this. Of course, it was second and third in time qualifying for the two of them. But a really tense moment there. Austin Gale. And like we said, Austin Gale finished on the podium at this very circuit last year. Can he do the same this time around as he starts this one P5? He's got a really strong chance of matching or maybe even bettering his result, taking the wins in that one. But George Nassar does not see himself on our grid in this time around. Well, here we go then. Engines fire up. Are they all going to get going? Looks to me like they will. And let's take you through that full starting lineup then for the OKN Senior Final, which is coming up next. It's Daniel Kelleher and Marcus Shilkunas on row number 1, Luna Flusha and Hugo Heron on row 2, Austin Gale and Mohamed Menemni on row 3. They'll have Ghazi Motlaka and Falik Karras on row number 4. Maximilian Rafalik and Hamza Al-Fayez round out row number 5. They'll have Alessandro Bidi and Sky Parker on row 6. Gianna Pascal and Elisaveta Kozlova on row number 7. Adam Sador and Isaac Say on row 7. They'll have Sevilla Sanfari and Charlotte Page on row 9. Salamat Soy and Francisek Stajewski on row 10. Cole Hewitson and Charles Lambert on row 11. They'll have Prix Trevino and Ryan Caruz on row 12. With Jean Carras and Louis Hartmann on row 13. Yana Kapoor and Anastasia Genesis on row 14. They'll have Sebastian Corpeng and Julian Pope, who rounds out the 15-row grid. 30-kart final about to get underway. The sun gets ever lower in the sky here as we get into the evening time. At 4:05 local time here in Abu Dhabi. And these drivers right now are moments away from starting their penultimate final of the season. Like we say, Daniel Kelleher, he'll be looking to take his first senior final win at the end of this race. Let's see if he can claim it for his home country of Ireland. Marcus Shilkunas, he's looking for his second final win of the season. Luna Flusha, well, count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 final wins over the course of this season. Can she make this one a 6th final win? Same for Hugo Heron. He's only had one final win. Can he claim his second? If he wants any shot at that title, he's going to have to do it. Here we go then. Into the final couple of corners. It's the front row. Daniel Kelleher and Marcus Shilkunas on the fight to turn 1. Lights are out. We are racing, and it's a dominant start for the inside row, and this plays into Flusha's hands perfectly. It's not gone completely perfectly at turn number 1. There are drivers out, and unfortunately, that is Jean Carras, the driver who suffered a retirement earlier on. That's an uphill battle. There's no way he's going to get that restarted. And oh no, it's all gone wrong in the mid-pack as well. And there's been some dust kicked up. Drivers have missed the hairpin. They've gone straight over. Jean Carras, he's out. His kart's in a safe spot there. But other drivers just missed out. Was that Saramat Soy who got caught out? The Japanese driver who was on pole position for the first day of racing in a lane, I think may have just been caught out in a moment out there in this final. But I think she's all good. As to the lead here, Luna Flusha leads the way in Alpha San. The pressure is on her, but she is delivering here. Luna Flusha, the title leader, leads the way and is going to extend that lead by some way. And this position, this, I believe, would secure it for her. She has done everything she's needed over the course of this season. She does drop high scores because she's had such a good season, but I think it's just been such a solid one that she's going to dominate this title fight. Luna Flusha right now, it's looking so comfortable. She's got immense amounts of support here this weekend. Eyes of the world looking down on the senior category. This is a brilliant position she's found herself in at the front of this field. But like I say, it's a long way to go in this race. Hugo Heron, who is second in the standings, is back up to P6. That start just did not go his way. But all the meanwhile, we'll have to just keep a close eye on this one. Luna Flusha now setting the fastest lap of the race as well. This has been a brilliant performance from her. Now, I don't think she gets to drop her qualifying heat points on this one, because her lowest points is a lot lower than what she earned in this one. So she doesn't drop these. She keeps these all the way to the end. So 630 she has at the moment. If you minus her results that she would drop, and I will do that now across the course of this one as we look at the weekend results there on your screen. Does drop a fair few points here, but I think she really helps herself out now in that fight. So she would have 592 points after drop scores. So she drops a fair few in that one. But there's the live standings there as, oh dear, out of the race. Is that Gianna Pascal? I think it is. Gianna Pascal out of this race, and that is a huge shame for her. She had such a strong start to this weekend, but they're walking away not happy at all. Eyes on the front here, though. Austin Gale, who's got himself up into second place, is looking mighty strong here. Austin Gale is not a championship contender, but is certainly a driver for a race win. So we'll keep a very close eye on that as they go through across the start-finish line. They go on to lap number 5 of this race. Now, Hugo Heron at this moment has got the 498 points. The points that he would drop as well, I think, are lower than what he will have done in previous races. He finds himself, I think, only dropping a handful of points in this one. So he would still, I think, it's going to be a close call here. But I think Flusha at the front here, I think she's done exactly what she's needed to do this weekend. She's not been worried about pressure from up high. She's not been worried about pressure from her competitors over the course of this weekend. She's had a really strong performance. In fact, this has been her best Middle East phase round that she has had over the course of this season. But all these drivers right now really just need to dig deep at the end of this one. We'll keep an eye on Austin Gale in this. He's a very competitive driver, finished on the podium here last year at the opening round. And again, is a driver who knows how to pedal around this circuit. Continues to close in that gap. It's down to 0.3 of a second. Kelleher, who's had the dominant performance today, has dropped to third. And, you know, this is where we start to talk about maybe tyres over the course of this weekend, because yes, he won everything earlier on, but did he do that while pushing those tyres to the extreme level? Here is Maximilian Rafalik and Marcus Chilkunas. They are battling currently for P4 right now. And so far, all is calm between the top drivers in this race. So remember, at this point, there's 127 points up for grabs with the 50 championship points and the 25 you can get from the qualifying heats. So as we update everything here, we'll get a rough calculation between the two of them. But 123 points puts them between them if the points stayed as so. If Heron stayed on those points there, but he's continuing to increase those points as he moves up the order here. So he helps himself out just that little bit more. But this is going to be a very tough situation. So I think with the points they would have available to them, only 75. So yeah, I think Flusha would be very good here. And Flusha, if she wins this, I think she's just in exactly where she wants to be. So Austin Gale in second. looking to better his result from last year, but can he get that win? The gap open now to 0.5 of a second. Kelleher from Rafalik, Shilkunis from Head-On, Higgy from Menemni, Motlaka from Adam Sador, Hamza Al-Fayez in 11th place from Elizaveta Kozlova. The battle's happening thick and fast here as we're on lap number 8 of this final. Eyes focused on this battle as Luna Flusha continues to set fastest lap after fastest lap. That gives her as well an extra championship point also in this final as she continues to break away. So Luna Flusha here to the end, I think, can really, really just feel comfortable in this position. Austin Gale, though, will make it difficult. Hugo Heron, though, is starting to pile on that pressure once more. The 230 gaining another position here. At this moment in time, the championship is still open. We have to wait until that checker flag goes out to know for sure. Philippe Carras, though, under investigation. Philippe Carras a little further up the order at the start of this one. At this moment in time, is still a driver of interest then to the stewards. He did start P8 in this race. He finds himself a little further down the order. Jean Carras, of course, out of this race. Gianna Pascal is another out of this race. Philippe Carras has not had the race for him. 12 places into P20. Sebastian Corpeng as well, biggest mover in this race, is up 13 positions. Head on here, though, ahead of Rafalik, is closing in on Marcus Shilkunis. He's not finding himself on the podium just yet. He is helping himself out just a little bit here. Again, it's all little too late, I believe, for the two of them. Luna Flusha in the lead. 1.2 seconds now from Austin Gale. And again, fastest lap of the race. This is a driver determined to get to the end of this race. Luna Flusha, of course, backed by Mercedes. They are here as well in the form of Gwen Legru. There on your screen, watching along, keeping an eye on the timing, watching the performance from Luna Flusha. Young female who, at the start of this season, came in and just delivered everything she could. There is Mama Flusha just watching along from the sidelines, and it's been a season for her. Dominated in Europe, but only missed out in Valencia in that one final, but has just continued that trend over the course of this season. There, Austin Gale continues to try and close in. However, the gap consistently increasing as Daniel Kelleher starts to close in. The battle for second place is slowly coming alive here in Alphasan. Using all the track and more. You can see the speed they're carrying around these corners right here. Such a tense time for them. But here now, Austin Gale, for him this season, like you say, I don't think he's come away with a final win. He's not, and we didn't actually see him take part in the last couple of rounds, did Austin Gale. Toby was. Good to see Austin back on this one, but he is yet to stand on the podium at all this season, so a second place for him will be a beautiful result to end his first day of racing here in Alphasan. But again, he's going to have to dig deep here, because Daniel Kelleher, also searching for his first senior podium this season in the Academy program, is right on his rear bumper. The two of them now line astern through the tight and twisty section of Sector 3 into the final corner. We go on to lap 13 of 17 here, and eyes are focused on those two. Shilkunis in P4 as well has done what he needs. He is slowly getting reeled in by Hugo Heron. who I just think at today, at the end of this race, there's nothing more he can do. With the day of racing they've got left, if it finished like this, there would not be enough points tomorrow to close that gap. He would just be there fighting for second. He's still fighting for second ahead of the man who's just in front of him, actually. Markus Schilkunas, their gap is only 30 or so points between each other. So second in the championship is still up for grabs between these two. But both of them are just losing grip of Flusha, who continues to drive away at the front of this field. At this moment, she has got the fastest lap of the race. That increases her championship lead by that 1 extra point. But all the way throughout, they are focusing here. They see Rafalek on his own, Biggie, Mohamed Menemni going through. There's Ghazi Motlaka and Adam Sador just going through at the back of the shot. But here, once more, with Luna Flusha. A brilliant, brilliant season. There it is. You can see what she's gained in this race alone. Started on the second row in third place. The confidence has grown exponentially as the season has gone on. Dominated Europe. There you can see the Middle East phase was a little bit on the back foot. Did get to stand on the podium in a lane with that P3. But here it's back to normal in Elaine and Alpha San. At this very circuit here, Flusha is looking to claim her 6th final win of the season, which would secure the title. Head on, now with the fastest lap of the race, is now just playing along here. Takes away that extra championship point, but it's not going to make the difference enough. Unfortunately for Head On, who continues to pile on the pressure to Schilkunas up ahead, who he is still fighting with in the championship. Here, though, two essentially wild cards into this one. Austin Gell, who we missed out on the last couple of rounds, is not in contention of the title. There you can see the smiles are on the faces of the Kart Republic team, who have had a brilliant season of providing everything these drivers have needed in terms of their chassis and everything they've needed to get them prepped and ready. But these drivers have just given it their all season. Starting in Cremona, heading to Spain in Valencia, back to Italy with Franciacorta, to Dubai, Alain, and now Alpha San, with the time slowly running out for this young lady here. Luna Flusha to the line. We'll see the last lap board. And now she's got 1.2 kilometers to end this season where she wants it. Tomorrow will be a day of relaxation for Luna Flusha, where she knows she's done what she's needed. She's looking for a 6th final win. Dominating in Cremona. The win in Valencia. The domination in Franciacorta. And the podium in Elaine. Here in Alpha San. The young driver for Mercedes, part of the Discover Your Drive initiative for this year's season, the Champions of the Future Academy program for Spain as well. This young lady has a bright future of motorsport ahead of her. She wins the final. She wins the title. It's Luna Flusha. She has done what she's needed. That is it. There is not enough points for the rest to do anything. After absolutely demolishing the rest in these finals. 6 final wins out of the 12 we've had this season. That is an astonishing statistic. But Luna Flusha becomes the series winner the driver of the year in the Champions of the Future Academy program. The stress can be released. Luna Flusha will make her way back to Parc Ferme. Of course, everything gets checked over. It's still technically provisional until those results are official, but that is all she can do as well. Congratulating. There's the results, still provisional of course, but Luna Flusha takes it from Austin Gale. Daniel Kelleher rounds out the podium from Marcus Shilkunas, Hugo Ron from Maximilian Rafalik, Alessandro Biggie, Mohamed Menemni, Ghazi Motlaka, Adam Sador, Elizaveta Kozlova, Sara Matsoy, Sky Parker, Sebastian Korpeng, Philippe Karras finishing in P15. Sebastian Korpeng, a brilliant result in that one. 15 places gained in that final.